It is 11 a.m. on Sunday. I was expecting to be coaching a ton of Counter-Strike today, but because we got beat by a team last night in the qualifier, we will not be playing today. But that doesn't mean we can't be getting better today. The players are going to be meeting with the team manager, Mike, and going over some stuff that I think is important, but it's not like game-specific stuff. It's just stuff that I think is important for their mental health, to get their feedback, to share feedback with them in a different kind of way. And so he'll be going over things like that with them today, and I think it's important. I have to say, since being here with CLG, from an organization standpoint, they've been excellent. Like, Mike is great as a manager of the team. Like, he handles all the things that can distract or take away from a player's ability to compete. I feel like he's on the ball, and if I assign him something I need for him to get done for the team or for me, like he gets it done. If there's research I need him to do, I get an answer within 24 hours. Like, he's been really, really good, and the org as a whole has been really good as well. So on that front, it's been good. That's what the players will be doing today. I will be watching a lot of Counter-Strike today because there's some European matches that are on right now. G2 is playing Mouse Sports. Then after that, Renegades is going to be playing Energy, and I think there's the DreamHack Montreal qualifier today, plus the rest of the matches for the E-League Premier qualifier. And because there's so much Counter-Strike going on with, for the most part, relevant teams, it's a lot of opportunity to learn, to scout, to kind of keep my eyes on the game. So I'll be watching a lot of CS today. And then I also have to finalize our boot camp schedule. I'm going to be implementing, I guess these are kind of trade secrets, so I won't share too much of the details, but I have to figure out the right length of the practice, and then during the practice there's going to be things that aren't allowed. Like, we're going to be removing a lot of distractions so that the players are focused on what they're there to do, what they're being paid to do. And in that process, I need to allow for time where there can be distractions, right? So, like, I don't want to do like a 12-hour day where you have to stare at your computer screen the whole time. But at the same time, I don't want people like on their phones and on social media every 15 minutes. So I need to figure out the total length of time, build in some breaks, and I already have a good idea and a good structure of what the things are in those days that we're going to be doing. So that's what today's shaping up to look like. I am very excited about the Game of Thrones season finale tonight too. I don't have there's a lot of fan theories of what we're going to see and stuff. I don't have anything cool like that. I hope it's entertaining and tells a better story than the previous episode, which I think was a little sloppy. Where's my mute button? There we go. So I spent most of the day prepping. I've got like a really good outlined schedule for our boot camp. At least I feel pretty good on it, and I've tweaked things and made changes to it, but having the framework a day in advance, I think is going to be helpful, because then I can sleep on it tonight, come back to it tomorrow, and prep anything that I need to prep. And I'll probably have ideas from watching the matches today, or things that I want to change or whatever, or add. I've already added I've probably added 6 or 7 things to the kind of list of objectives of the things that we want to do in the boot camp, just in giving it a couple hours and coming back to it. So I feel really good on that front. Watched a lot of Counter-Strike today. I rewatched our cash match this morning. I also watched it last night, but I changed the POV I was watching it from this morning to get a better feel for what some of the other guys were doing in the cash match last night. And I also spent, I would say, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of scouting and watching the team that beat us. I forget their team name. Watching those guys. They streamed from one of their player POVs, so kind of watching them, going through some demos of some other young players that seem to have been showcasing some level of promise. Trying to get a feel for this next wave of up-and-coming players. I always like to have at least 3 or 4 people on kind of a scouting report type list that I feel have good mechanical skill. If they stream, it's super helpful because I can tell, do they calm well? Are they super emotional? Do they rage? And see a little bit more of them as a person than just as a player. But I like to always have 3 or 4 people. In this particular role, I'm also assisting on the academy team front. So having a list of potential players for, an academy team type thing is literally part of my job description. So got to make sure that I keep up on those kinds of things, and that's where I allocated a bit of time today. Right now I'm watching Renegades Liquid. Renegades had a great first half of Cobble, and then again absolutely demolished here in the second half. This Ryu.gg guy seems to really be struggling for them, and I know he's new, but they're gonna have to solve that real quick. Preferably not till after we play them. I don't know when that is. So it is closing in on dinner time. I'll probably head over to the main house, and I think they're cooking. I think I saw like grilled chicken on the list of dinner items that are being prepared tonight. So I know I can eat that. That's pretty healthy, pretty clean. So I'll probably head over there. I don't know about doing anything for like Game of Thrones. I don't have plans to go to like a Game of Thrones bar or anything that. Well, there's a lot of people doing some like really cool stuff. I don't have any of that type of things planned, but. We'll see what that looks like when it gets a little bit closer. I would say it's been very quiet. In some respects, kind of boring. Like I feel productive in what I'm doing, but it's not like crazy energy, like super fun and exciting and like in your face. It's been very kind of mellow. Just me at my desk working and just watching demos, taking notes, going back, rewinding. Which rewinding a demo is like the worst thing in the world, by the way. Then going through, looking at the schedule, thinking about this player and that player and how can we help this player and what does this player need and how can we test that and help them improve, and going through just item after item after item. And I think half the reason that I'm planning to go to the main house is because I just feel like I need to get out of this room. Like I need to get out into the sun, get out and just do something else, because it's been a long day of me sitting. So I need to stand up and go do something. That's what the plan is for the rest of the night. So dinner at the main house, Game of Thrones, and then just kind of go where the night takes me. I don't feel like I have to get any work done or anything like that tonight, because I feel like I've got everything. I feel like I'm ahead of schedule because our boot camp doesn't start till Tuesday, and I have pretty much all day tomorrow to finalize these things. So feeling good. I won't feel guilty about like not spending a ton of time, working tonight. And yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna get back to watching some CS, get some water, and then in probably an hour or so I'll head over to the main house.